It's week 1 of the National Football League. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC South rivals. It's the Panthers and the Saints next on EA Sports.
Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've
can't barely return
every step of the way.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert.
Oh, no.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, shit.
He is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there.
Fucking Harold Carmichael.
69 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll start here with Jackson, and he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. They run again with Jackson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. He'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DK Metcalf, 72 yards. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Gone Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Oh, come on.
Behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete. Second and 10. Now it's Herbert. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
No!
To the right side and intercepted.
Let's go, Snead. Let's go, Snead. Let's go, baby boy.
Here at their own 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things. If we feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Oh,
to
sheesh.
the right side and complete to Metcalf. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. On the give, here comes Jackson.
Ooh.
Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And
Punish
runs
this
like
nigga.
that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Punish me.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers going to throw. It's
Okay,
caught by
that's
Jackson.
okay. Okay.
And just 3 yards on the catch there.
Yeah,
He
right.
couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
Come on now.
A great effort there. 27 yards, and the Saints have taken the lead.
Laying up a ball like that. Open that thing up for ball. Boom. Boom. Well, nothing left for him. And look at this ball. That's what we need to win the chip. This type of play. This type of play. Boom. Boom.
Yorktown is yet.
Pop this blunt. Pop this blunt. Wait. Ain't folding it. Ain't folding it.
They were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They got to fix that quarterback.
And the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really...
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Been a little bit of an interesting start.
Green up, Atlanta. Let's go.
He had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They give up the middle to Johnson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give
I'm playing this game. It's loud as hell in this stadium.
Attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Johnson again on second down. Shreds the tackle. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackle.
Let's go, Chantel. Let's go.
And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Let's go, Chantel. Come on, man. Gotta show that again. What to do?
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. They'll run again with Jackson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Sideline a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a give, it's Jackson. Well, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 88 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In motion, the tight end. To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the ball so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate that.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Jackson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No! No!
And they'll get this to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long
Fuck
play,
this, Johnson.
the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Oh, shit.
A man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Up the middle, Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lane. Been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Play action. It's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spot. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. Oh, he hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man is Waddle, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Herbert. Open man is Uzomah. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. Herbert back to the air. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Waddle, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got him
Worthy!
Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone.
Worthy! Kidding me.
His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I got pissed. That was Champ Bailey, too.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before. Just before the 35. So we've reached. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Saints offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 145 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Jackson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Jackson. Tackle made by Chase Young.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and 9. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Now Rodgers. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Yard line. They'll run it with Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. On the carry, it's Jackson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And down to the 44. Yards that time. 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside.
Perfectly wide.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Flush to his right. There's a nice move. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Johnson. And ball from up here. I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more important?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Waddle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Saints offense and their running back getting set to go once more. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get that complete to Harrison. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Rodgers. First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Facyson. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one total.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. 4th down for Herbert, desperation time. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 30-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers going to throw. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Here's 2nd and 3. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Rodgers throwing here. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never... Week 1 is going to play out, but for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And the Panthers coming out now. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to let it fly.
All right, Daryl. All right, Daryl.
Herbert, his 3rd reception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here.
Not the guy.
This is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. They did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers looking to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harrison. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to recognize.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Really got to kill.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Herbert. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, Herbert.
Yeah.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for New Orleans, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
You guys be going back and forth since 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh, Mother's Day, back and forth.